It's currently 8:48 p.m. I'm currently working on the side for this knee pad. I'm just about done with the basic coloring. And from here on out, I'll be extending the camo pattern for this area. Earlier today, I did the basic coloring for the upper part of the front of the brown pants, brown jeans. If I recall, that was primarily during the afternoon hours. Dad prepared this. Some of it he probably got from Walmart today. He mixed these mashed potatoes with gravy and cheese. When I first saw it, the first thing that came to mind is that it looked like he put something like relish in it. Yeah, this is good chicken. I got some ketchup on the side, which is something I specifically had to ask for after the plate was initially presented to me. The sausage is good too. Nice and savory. Having it all with a whole glass of milk. I got both of the upstairs windows open. Ever since sometime between 3 and 4 p.m., it's been raining at least lightly for the most part. According to my dad, it's going to rain until about 10 p.m. As a result of all this, this room is cool currently, but it's a nice, comfortable kind of cool. It provides a good break from a hot summer day. Around 8:30 in the morning, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that Dad prepared for me with my first cup of coffee. for today. Plain coffee. It was pretty good, and then around noon, I recall being on the last cup of coffee I had for the day. Which I recall finishing around 12:30 p.m., 1 p.m. at the latest. I had 2 to 3 cups of plain coffee out of 2 pots that Dad made. One in the early morning and one later in the morning. And with that last cup of coffee that I had today, I had what was left of the pizza that I had last night. And while getting these seconds, Dad, while he prepared them for me, he told me that he actually went to Wegmans, not Walmart. Though earlier today, around the time I was having that pizza, not as I was having it, but around that general period of time, he told me that later today he would go to Walmart and Office Max. Now I'm not sure if he went to Office Max, but he did go to Wegmans. Dad prepared this food. He cooked it while simultaneously doing the laundry. Which included my clothes, his clothes, at least some of them, and my main comforter / blanket that I lay in when I go to bed. Thankfully, at night these days, hopefully it stays that way. I want to have productive days of drawing on polystyrene. Around 2:30 p.m., Dad came up here to give me a plate with a ham and cheese bagel sandwich and some jalapeno kettle potato chips that he had prepared for me. Around that time, I was doing the basic coloring for the upper part of the front of the pants / jeans. These are pretty delicious. And at the time, I was also having a glass of tap water and a glass of whole milk and another glass to go with it. And then I recall using that plastic glass to have at least one more glass of tap water later. Dad also got a bag of whole cashews, salted and roasted, a block of cheddar cheese along with a block of pepper jack cheese, and a bag of celery because I requested those things when he told me that he would go grocery shopping a little bit at least. I think first in the late morning hours, and then I reminded him during the afternoon hours. Though I only asked for cheddar cheese. The block of pepper jack is essentially just something extra he got. If I recall, during that shopping trip in which he went to both Wegmans and Country Max, I recall he was roughly gone from 4 to 7 p.m. Coming back at 6 p.m. at the earliest. It's currently 10:44 p.m. and I just got my main blanket back via my dad down at the basement. I don't usually go down the basement since I don't really have any reason to, but It was only just now that Dad finished using the dryer for the rest of mine and his clothes and that blanket in that dryer. As for the other dryer that finished around the time right before I started filming the first part, that one primarily had my shirts with a bit of Dad's clothes, whereas the other dryer, the one that finished pretty much just now, primarily consisted of my pants and a bit of Dad's clothes. At this point, all of the laundry is finished drying. And a little good thing about dryers are that they leave a nice warm feeling when they're finished drying whatever you put into them. It's a nice, comfortable feeling.